Talk about fingering. Oh yeah, we fingering. What's up, beautiful humans? It's your girl Amber, and today we're gonna talk about fingering. Yeah. What's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute or whatever, and I know it's kind of crazy that when I do come back, the first subject I talk about is... Yeah, but listen, your girl gets hit with more questions about breakups and sex more than anything else. And when I started getting some questions in my DM, like asking certain things about fingering and not having a clue about hygiene and how that can negatively affect your partner and the sexual situation, I was like, hold up, I gotta do a fingering etiquette. Now, if you haven't seen any of my other videos on the topics of sexual interactions, I put a bunch of links down in the description. Especially, I think you gotta go check out strap etiquette because I do have a part 2 coming up. So if you have something to add to that video, watch the first one, put in the comments of this one so I can add it in strap etiquette part 2. Let's talk about fingering etiquette. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, but fingering is one of my favorite things to do. It's just a lot more intimate and passion than the strap. That's like a special occasion thing for me because I feel like I could do a lot more with these hands. You feel me? Honestly, these big ass hands were made to please women. Oh, and play basketball too, but you know what I'm saying? The priority was to please women. All right, y'all, so let's talk about penetration in the form of fingers. Just like anything else, please get consent. Please ask for permission and don't assume that all people like penetration. Please have that conversation ahead of time and just not assume that and just jump in something. Consent is sexy. Just have like a sexy convo ahead of time and just make sure that y'all are on the same page, even just a little bit. You feel me? But listen, no matter what happens, do not forget the golden rule. Never forget about the clit. One of the best things to do in life is to give good head. But one thing that tops it all is to finger while giving good head. Remember that. But let me give you some rules before you get in there, y'all. And one of the things that I have to say first, and I can't believe I have to say it, but I have to say it because of conversations that I had and questions that I get, is that people don't realize that you need to wash your hands before you touch anyone else. Y'all, your hands and your fingers have been everywhere. There's bacteria all up in them. Wash them and get all up underneath your nails so you do not spread bacteria to your partner. That is terrible. A lot of people don't understand that you gotta keep these babies clean. Look at these. And girls notice that, and it could be a turnoff. So make sure you keep your hands washed and your nails clean, please. Okay, and with your fingernails, you don't want to have them too long because you don't want to cut anybody. All right, and everybody calm down. Don't feel attacked here. I promise I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just trying to help y'all out because there's solutions to all of these things. Now, first, my femmes out there that really like their nails long, I got you. You ready? First of all, there's a thing called lesbian nails where you have all your nails long and however you want to have them except for the 2 that you use with your partner. You feel me? If you do have fingernails and you don't want to cut them, or if you work at a job where you get a lot of chemicals or paint or whatever on your nails and they're not ready to be inside of someone else, use a finger condom. I know that sounds crazy, but listen, they have some that's just made for coverage that will cover up those fingers that are not ready for someone else, or they will cover up those nails so you can keep them as long or as sharp as you want to. And then they even have some that are actually made for pleasure or amping up the pleasure that you're giving. Listen, they have these finger condoms that can do everything. They have some with some ridges in there from some extra pleasure. They have some with some length or some thickness or even a vibration, y'all. And that's pretty lit. I got one in a gift package one time, y'all, so I tried it out. And I'm not gonna lie, it was lit. So I have to say that this is a really good solution. Okay, one pro tip that I gotta give y'all that works for me is that before you even touch or get in there or do anything, while you're washing your hands, you can also warm up your hands. I use hot water when I go to wash my hands so that I can keep them warm. And one other thing is that if you're gonna use a finger condom and or you're just a person that likes extra lubrication, one thing you can do is use warming lube. And that'll keep it warm, you feel me? And while we're on the subject of warming up, you gotta warm your partner up. You gotta throw in some foreplay, and not just a little bit, but a lot of foreplay. So before you get in there, let's throw in some foreplay in the form of massaging or kissing all over, nipple play or dry humping. Penetration will be so much better when you have your partner fully aroused. Okay, here's another pro tip, and this is part 2 of the warm up. Let's take these 2 fingers right here and let's indirectly stimulate the clit. Slowly rub these 2 fingers around the inner labia and the clitoral hood and move it around. And I recommend moving in a circular motion and also in an upward movement. Circular, and then upward movement. It's great. It works great. Now, part 2 of before you get in there, you feel me? Let's talk about erogenous zones because I want y'all to know where you're going once you get somewhere. Now, the first one is the G spot. It is usually 2 inches in and up, and you can kind of feel a ridgy area usually. Now, for some deeper penetration, we're going to stimulate your partner's anterior fornix, which is the A spot, which is usually 4 to 6 inches in and also up. And usually I feel like a little ridgy area there as well, or you can apply pressure like just kind of as far back as it goes. And that's the A spot. Now the C spot is the clit. So I just wanted to give y'all a couple of them, but if you want to learn more about erogenous zones, I talk about more of them in my How to Give Good Head Part 2 video in the description. So now that you know where you're headed, let's talk about you actually getting in there. Now, if you don't have a conversation with someone, I usually start out with using one finger and kind of just go up gradually from there. Usually I think 2 is a really great start. Now, people always argue over which 2 to use, right? Is it these 2? Is it these 2? It's up to you, because for me, I say it depends on the moment and the situation, because it depends on what's happening and what fingers you got to use for that angle. You know what I mean? Once you figure out what's comfortable, regularly check in with your partner and see how they're doing with pressure or stroke techniques or speed, etc. Every person finds different things pleasurable, so it's up to you to pay attention or have the conversations to find out what they like. Now, I'm not gonna just tell y'all to go out there and not give y'all some real pro tips and positions. If you're ready for this, I got you. Okay, so position number 1, let's say that she's laid out on her back, right? And you wanna penetrate from there. So you got 2 fingers and you're on your way in, and you wanna go 2 inches in and up. We're aiming for the G spot. Now, this is a very great place to start, and just go slowly. So hitting that G spot, but also slowly doing the come here action, just kind of bringing it back towards you. Now, as your partner gets aroused and you wanna hit some more, you can kind of hit that G spot and go back to the A spot, you feel me? And you can hit both at the same time. But my favorite thing in the world that definitely does the trick is you are giving head while doing all of that. So you're literally hitting C, G, A all at the same time in one motion, you feel me? And you know what my other hand is doing? Nipple play. I'm either on that nipple or I'm on the butt, whatever they like, but use your hands or whatever you got to make sure you amplify the pleasure as much as possible. But I'm telling y'all, when you hit all of them at one time, you can have whatever you like, I promise you. Position number 2, fingering from behind. Now let's say that she's, you know what I'm saying, yep, she got that thing right there and you're able to finger her from behind, right? It puts you in a position to hit that G spot so good, right? As you aim down. And it also gives your thumb a hey to play with the clit. Or you can flip it this way and play with the booty. You feel me? Whatever they like. You got to ask the question, but whatever they like. Now, the other thing is that if she's behind, you can also do a really good reverse cowgirl position of like scissoring. So let's say that somebody's laying their body and they got their legs this way and the other person is opposite on top this way. There's clit on clit action happening. So like their throwback can actually please the person on the bottom. And then also the person on the bottom can be penetrating that person on the top. You feel me? And also there's room to put like a thin vibrator between y'all if you want to for extra pleasure. And those are the type of vibrators like this thin thing that after a couple minutes, it actually warms up and is pretty fire. I'm actually gonna come out with these soon, so I'll let y'all know in a future video. You feel me? Now the third position is a straddle, AKA right in your face, which happens to be one of my faves because it puts you in a position to do both very well. Because boom, it's in your face and you can do what you want to do with that. She also has power to move if she wants to while she's there. And also you're at a really great angle to finger how you feel, or she's in a really great position to ride your fingers if that's what she wants to do. You feel me? Can I get a gay man to that? So I hope you guys enjoyed all of that information, but I know you or your partner will. If you guys have anything to add to anything that I said today, please add that in the comments below. If you have questions, please add it in the comments below and let me know what subject you want me to talk about next. I'll be back with more videos, y'all. I'm a YouTuber again. I promise, I promise, I promise. I love y'all so much. Stay amazing, stay proud, and stay woke. Peace.